Hey there, and welcome back. Today we're diving into the world of Elon Musk.
Always a wild ride.
Haha, yeah, you said it. But this isn't your typical tech CEO deep dive. We're going way beyond Tesla and Twitter, X, and getting into some seriously wild stuff. Seriously, we're talking SpaceX, Starlink, lawsuits, censorship battles, and even, wait for it,
Cards against humanity.
you got it. Cards Against Humanity. Crazy, right?
Definitely not the combo I was expecting today.
Nobody expects the Musk Cards Against Humanity link. But seriously, we pulled all this from a recent JC Alive show. Super interesting stuff. Thought it needed its own deep dive.
It's a lot to unpack, that's for sure.
So let's start with something that's it's blowing my mind. Starlink. Musk's satellite internet project, They've already hit 4 million users.
4 million. That's insane growth, even for a Musk venture.
It's crazy, but what I want to know is
Why it matters.
exactly. It's easy to be like, oh, cool, faster internet.
Yeah.
But this is way bigger, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about it. Starlink has over 6,000 satellites up there, blanketing the Earth with internet.
6,000. That just seems unreal.
Right. And that means they could potentially completely disrupt the entire telecommunications industry.
Yeah, like imagine.
500 Mbps downloads wherever you are.
Yeah. No more terrible rural internet. No more fighting with your cable company.
It could be huge, but there's always
Right.
a bit with these things.
Always. And in this case, it's a legal battle
Yep.
with Cards Against Humanity.
You can't make this stuff up.
I know, right? So apparently, Cards Against Humanity, the company, they own this land near the U.S.-Mexico border. They bought it to protest the border wall, which is a whole other story.
A lot of irony there.
Yeah, tell me about it. But anyway, SpaceX has apparently been encroaching on that land. And knowing Musk's history with, let's call them creative legal tactics.
Things could get really interesting.
That's an understatement. Like, the show even suggested that Musk might try to bankrupt Cards Against Humanity as like a counter strategy.
Which honestly wouldn't surprise me.
Right. It's wild. But it really makes you think about the challenges any company faces with rapid expansion, especially in a field as complex as space exploration.
It's like a whole other level of legal hurdles.
For sure. And with someone like Musk at the helm, well,
Just say it's never going to be boring.
you got that right.
It's like you said, with Musk, it's always something.
Always. But this time we're shifting gears from lawsuits to censorship. And not just any censorship. We're talking about Brazil, their Supreme Court, and Elon Musk in a free speech showdown.
Yeah, this one it's a big deal for a lot of reasons.
Huge. So basically, Brazil's highest court, they ordered a total blackout of X, like completely blocked in Brazil.
Formerly Twitter, of course.
Right, X. But anyway, they blocked it, and Musk, well, he was having none of it.
Which, knowing him, isn't surprising.
Not at all. The guy is a self-proclaimed free speech absolutist. He even risked serious fines and legal action over this.
And he found a way around it, too, which is the really crazy part.
Yeah, talk about tech wizardry. He routed all of X's traffic through Cloudflare, basically made it impossible for Brazil to keep it blocked.
Cloudflare is a whole other beast. Super powerful.
Right, so huge win for Musk, potentially. But it brings up a much bigger question, and I want to get your take on this. What's the right balance here? Like, I get it, free speech is important, but governments have to be able to, stop harmful stuff online too, right?
Absolutely. And that's the debate, isn't it? Where do we draw the line? Who gets to decide what we can and can't see online?
Exactly. It's a tough one. And with someone like Musk who's willing to, go head-to-head with governments over it.
It's uncharted territory. And it's only going to get more complicated as technology advances.
For sure. Which, speaking of technology, did you hear about JC's big tech switch? He
Right.
did. What's JC up to now?
So get this, he ditched Windows. Completely.
Whoa. Really? I haven't heard anyone do that in, forever.
Right. But it's actually super relevant to what we were just talking about. Control and all that.
I see what you mean, like taking back control of your tech, your data.
Exactly. And it's not just some theoretical thing. JC had some pretty specific concerns about Windows.
Like what?
Well, apparently he was worried about Windows, like taking screenshots of his screen without him knowing.
Wait, seriously? That's kind of creepy.
Right. Now, I haven't looked into those claims specifically,
But it
but
makes you think, right?
absolutely. Do we really know what these big tech companies are doing with all our data?
Not really. And that's kind of the point JC was making, I think.
It's about transparency, or the lack thereof, and the feeling that we've just kind of given up control.
Yeah, I get it. But switching to Linux, isn't that, really hard?
That's what I thought too, but JC said it was surprisingly easy.
No way. Really?
Yeah, And he's doing some pretty intense stuff on his computer, video editing, even gaming.
Wow. So it's not just for, like, tech geniuses anymore.
Right. And that's really empowering, I think. Like, we do have options. We don't have to just accept the status quo.
I love that. Take back control. It's a
Yeah.
great philosophy for tech and for, well, everything.
It really is.
So from space internet to lawsuits, from censorship battles to operating systems, sounds like control is the theme of the day.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
And it all comes back to us, the users, the citizens.
Making informed choices about the role we want technology to play in our lives.
Exactly. What are we willing to accept? What are we willing to question? These are the questions that are going to shape the future.
No pressure. Right.
None at all.
Haha. Well, on that note, we'll leave you to ponder those big future-shaping questions. As always, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Until next time.